All right, today we're diving into Make Your Move, which is Madeline Taylor's strategic playbook, and it's written specifically for ambitious Australian women. Now, if you've ever felt like that generic global career advice just doesn't quite land for you, this is going to show you exactly why. Trust me, this isn't just another self-help book. It's a real tactical plan for leadership. Let's get right into it.
So the book kicks off by asking a really powerful question. Are you actually ready to make your move? Ready to claim that executive role, get the salary you deserve, and find the balance that you've been working for? And here's why that question is so important. If you've ever felt that the usual advice you hear from, say, the US or the UK just falls flat, well, you're onto something. The core argument here is that the global career industry completely misses the unique challenges and the cultural nuances of the Australian workplace. And that's the problem we're going to unpack. Okay, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll dig into that specifically Australian career problem. Then, we're going to break down the 4 key strategies from the book: how to navigate power, how to command your true value, how to build your support circle, and finally, the strategy for well-being. So first up, let's really get into the Australian career problem. The whole idea is you just can't win a local game with a global rulebook. To really succeed here, you need a plan that's actually designed for how things work right at home. And here is a perfect example of what we're talking about, something you've probably heard of: tall poppy syndrome. It's that cultural reflex to, well, cut down those who stand out too much. This isn't just some old saying. The book makes it clear that it's a very real professional hazard in Australia. It can punish ambition and make self-promotion feel almost impossible. And that's exactly why a generic lean-in approach can sometimes seriously backfire here.
This really sums it all up, doesn't it? Hard work alone just isn't going to cut it when you're trying to climb a mountain that has all these hidden cultural tripwires. What you need, according to Taylor, is a map, a real insider's playbook, and that's exactly what this is.
So here it is, the core of that playbook. It's a 4-part strategy designed for the modern workplace. Master power, negotiate your value, build support, and, this one's so important, prioritize well-being. Let's break each of these down. First on the list, navigating power. This is all about learning to read the room, decoding those unwritten rules of the office. How decisions really get made, all without feeling like you have to change who you are to do it. The power strategy laid out in the book is all about being proactive. It's about actually understanding corporate politics, not just avoiding them. It's about learning to navigate all the different power dynamics, tackling unconscious bias head-on, and doing it all while staying true to your core values. It's basically an essential toolkit for anyone who's serious about leadership. Okay, pillar number 2, commanding your true value. This section is where we shift from politics to paychecks. It offers a really concrete step-by-step plan for finally achieving pay equity. And the goal here? Tangible, real-world results. The book lays out specific negotiation tactics to help you land the job you actually want, to systematically close your own personal pay gap, and ultimately to get paid what you're really worth. All right, next up is a really, really critical distinction: building your support circle. And listen, this is not just about finding mentors. It's about strategically cultivating a network of active sponsors. And this slide lays out the difference perfectly. See, a mentor advises you, they give you guidance, which is great, but a sponsor actively uses their influence, their political capital, to accelerate your career. The playbook argues that building a genuine network of sponsors is an absolute game changer. And now for the final pillar, the one that really ties everything together: the strategy for well-being. The book totally reframes this idea. It's not a nice to have or some soft skill you think about later. Nope. It's a core requirement for any kind of long-term sustainable success. This is all about a huge shift in your mindset. It's about moving away from that path to burnout, the one where you're just trying to do it all. Instead, you move towards a strategic approach of deciding what truly matters and putting your energy there. This quote from Madeline Taylor just captures the essence of this final strategy perfectly. It's such a powerful call to action. It's time to trade the exhaustion of trying to do it all for the strategy of deciding what matters. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's a complete reframing of how you look at your career. It's not just a string of jobs, it's a mission. And those 4 strategies we just walked through, well, that's your operational plan to make that mission a success. Which really just leaves us with one final, powerful question to think about. If your career is a mission and you now have the outline of a strategic plan, what's your next move?